Yeah, welcome to yet another episode of Mr. Vamos Dissects. Well, we're really happy that this time around we're going to be talking about the UEFA Champions League roadmap to the final. This is just exactly what we think is going to be how things pan out for all the teams that qualified and went through to the next stages of the Champions League. Well, for those of you who are new on the channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, and let's just journey and talk about this football thing together, yeah? Well, it's going to be a pretty interesting roadmap as you'll see it, yeah? When we start the chain from the left-hand side of the whole map, yeah, we have a PSG taking on Liverpool. Well, this is going to be a tie of teams that have been firing from all cylinders in Europe. PSG has actually been wrapping an average of 2.5 goals every game week for the past 10 or so games. And then Liverpool still topping the league in in England, yeah, has actually stood the test of time, has gotten a few draws inside that one, but it has maintained an unbeaten run inside that one. Of course, in the Champions League, they expected to go unbeaten for a while, but then they faced a PSV that actually took it away for them. Yeah, so they didn't leave the group stages unbeaten. But for PSG as a team in the UEFA Champions League, it hasn't been really consistent. Yeah, it hasn't been consistent in advancing to stages where they want to win games, maybe round of last 16 semi-finals and all that. And then for Liverpool, they know what it means to win the Champions League. That will be the X factor in this time, yeah? The likes of Ousmane Dembele has actually been on red hot form, and then they bought a Kivika Kvaratskhelia that's actually delivering the goods for them as well, yeah? They have a lot of, I think PSG has the best squad depth right now when it comes to attacking options and all that. But then in Liverpool, they face a side that doesn't really have a direct number 9 with Darwin Nunez, who is fluffing his lines week in, week out. And the coach has come out to criticize him. But Mo Salah has been reliable in all the tournaments and competitions that he's playing. And I think the resurgence of Dominic Szoboszlai has been interesting to watch recently. Yeah, he has now scored 2 games on the bounce, and I think he's a player that you guys should watch out for. But if I was getting for you a winner in the tie between PSG and Liverpool, I most probably think Liverpool has the pedigree to take it over PSG. Won't be easy inside that one, but I don't really expect PSG to create a major upset. Betting, although he has been playing a lot of sports, but I don't see a major upset inside that one. Yeah. And then we have a Club Brugge taking on Aston Villa. Well, Aston Villa in the Champions League, these are not people that have been in the Champions League for long, yeah, but they've been struggling for results in Europe. Somehow they managed to make it into this stage, yeah. Well, Club Brugge, on the other hand, aside from being beaten by Man City before the Champions League group stages were closed, Club Brugge had been unbeaten for a while, yeah. They had a pretty impressive record in the whole Champions League, and now when you go back to Belgium, they have been rock solid as well inside that one. Of course, led by the Belgian international Van Aken, and of course the experience of Simon Mignolet in the goals inside that one is something that has kept them going. When they face Aston Villa has actually bought a lot of firepower for the Champions League. They bought players that actually have experience in the Champions League. You get me a Marcus Rashford, get me a Marco Asensio, yeah, you get me a Daniel Malin that was bought from Borussia Dortmund, and then you add on him Oli Watkins that didn't really have a lot of experience, but he's a goal scorer. It will be nice and interesting to see. And then they face a Mignolet. For someone like Oli Watkins who has played Mignolet before, he will probably know a thing or two about scoring against Mignolet. But in this tie, I think Aston Villa might probably edge this one for me. The reason why I think they lasered it because I think they will now have a lot of Champions League quality to offset a Club Brugge that has actually been playing on something that I would probably call form because they've been very formidable inside that one. So I'll give you guys an Aston Villa to go through in that one. And then on the other side of the log, we'll have an Atletico Madrid taking on a Real Madrid. Well, these are two sides that play each other in Spain week all the time. Yeah, they've gotten to know each other's gameplay, they've gotten to know each other's defense and all that. Well, Atletico Madrid on one side is a team that actually knows how to not concede goals. And then Real Madrid is a team that we call maybe Champions League Madrid. These guys have found it very difficult to lose in the Champions League, yeah? If I would get Atletico Madrid right now and give it to Real Madrid in the Spanish La Liga, then it will be problems for Real Madrid, yeah? But now Atletico Madrid facing Real Madrid in a Champions League that is somewhat rendered uh, a team for a trophy for Real Madrid will be a problem for them, yeah? And now, of course, the problem right now is that Kylian Mbappe has actually rediscovered his goal scoring form. He's actually hot over the hills. He's been rock solid. He actually put Man City to bed in a couple of minutes the last time out as they were coming through to these stages. So it will be a very, very big problem for Atletico Madrid. Take nothing away from Atletico Madrid and all the sports that they are cooking. We have an Alexander Soloth that has actually made it a point to actually be present in the big games and all that. But in the Champions League, I expect Real Madrid to take this one away, yeah? On the same side, we have an Arsenal taking on a PSV, yeah? Arsenal, in between all these sides, is one of the sides that has not won the Champions League, yeah? And they will be looking to win the trophy. Somehow they might think that their hopes for taking the English Premier League have been shattered and all that. But, well, that will be a discussion for another day. They face a PSV that actually beat Liverpool in the Champions League. The only team that has beaten Liverpool. PSG has an electric PSV, sorry, has an electric forward line, yeah? The likes of Luke de Jong, the likes of Noah Lang, the likes of Bakayoko. Bakayoko will probably remember Bakayoko for making the Liverpool defense sit and all that. Yeah? The Vasa Nacional side that actually uses Mikel Moreno as their focal point in strike one of these days, yeah? And then, of course, the likes of Bukayo Saka all out injured and all that. Gabriel Jesus is injured. Martinelli not really progressive properly and all that. So this tie will be an interesting one. I don't really want to give this tie to. I don't really think PSG has what it takes to. PSV has what it takes to win this tie against Arsenal. But it will be a nice one to watch. The reason why I think Arsenal might want it more without thinking a lot is because, well, this might be the closest that they might have to a trophy right now. But don't even be shocked if PSV comes through to produce the football that they produced against Liverpool, who had actually maybe rested some of their players and all that. But I think Arsenal will have maybe the extra edge to probably pick the points inside that one if they can probably find a way to establish how to get the goals running in that one. So I'll give Arsenal this win against PSV because of their endurance and persistence in the Champions League, right? So when we're to get the side of that draw on the left hand side, we will have an Arsenal that I believe will verse Real Madrid, and then we will have a Liverpool that I believe will verse. Who did I give? The Liverpool that I believe will verse an Aston Villa on the left hand side of the wing. When you got the right hand side of the wing, we will have a Benfica taking on a Barcelona. Yeah, this is Portugal taking on Spain. Yeah, these two sides have met very many times over recent years, and the spoils have been shared very many times. Benfica winning a few and Barcelona winning a few. I will not dive a lot in this one, but I think Barcelona is cooking a lot of sports recently with very many goal scorers in Rafinha. Pedri is back playing a number of games. He's not really as injured as he used to be, and a Robert Lewandowski. And then for Benfica, they don't really have a lot of firepower in front. The veteran in Di Maria got injured, so they've really been struggling to get points coming for them. So I'll give you guys a Barcelona win, yeah? And then we will have a Dortmund taking on a Lille. Dortmund is a side that crept into these knockouts, just like how Ivory Coast crept into the AFCON and actually won it. I'm not saying Dortmund is going to come through and win it. Well, Dortmund actually boasts of the top scorer of the Champions League, Griassi. He's a striker that was bought from Stuttgart that actually caught the attention of very many clubs in Europe, but they didn't really manage to buy him. And then Lille has, I think, two players that are actually being linked to moves out of Lille at the end of their contracts in Jonathan David and Angel Gomez. Yeah, this side has actually been pretty impressive in that I think their journey in the Champions League has been nice to watch. Yeah, but if we're looking at experience and we're looking at what Dortmund has been cooking in the Champions League, leaving aside the contest in the Bundesliga, I think Borussia Dortmund takes this away because I don't think Riasi is about to stop scoring the goals that he's scoring, right? And then Lille gets to fumble a bit, yeah. Of course, if Jonathan David is not scoring a penalty inside that one, they're not really playing a lot of stuff inside that one. So I'll give you guys a Borussia Dortmund win. And then we have a Bayern taking on a Leverkusen. These are sides that play each other in the Bundesliga, and then these are sides that are going neck to neck in the Bundesliga. Bayern is a few points on top of Leverkusen, yeah. Leverkusen that actually went unbeaten the whole of last season has not really been making points a lot this season, yeah. In the Champions League, it's going to be pretty different, yeah. It's going to be pretty different. I think Leverkusen is also actually looking to get something ahead of Bayern Munich in the Champions League, yeah, not in the Bundesliga. But just to give you a shocker in this one, my gut tells me that Leverkusen is up to the task, yeah. Last time I watched the game against Bayern and Leverkusen, Bayern Munich and Leverkusen in the Bundesliga, well, very many chances were put to waste by Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, you had a Frimpong wasting a number of chances, Florian Wirtz wasting a number of chances, and Bayern Munich didn't really show up on the net. So I expect Bayer Leverkusen to give Bayern Munich a shocker in this one. Yeah, keep your eyes crossed. And then we will have an Inter Milan taking on a Feyenoord, right? Feyenoord has had Quinton Timber being out injured. He's actually their captain and top scorer. Yeah, very many of you remember Feyenoord for shocking Man City in the group stages and all that. Yeah, they faced an Inter Milan side that hardly conceded a goal during the group stages. Yeah, this is a side that is still pushing the Italian Serie, and maybe Lautaro Martinez has actually started scoring goals recently. Personally, I think Inter Milan has the best defense in Europe as we speak, because I don't think anyone passes Bastoni and Hiza Chabi guys in that defense inside that one of these days with Ayan Soma in the goals. But I will give you guys an Inter Milan win. So that will basically mean that Inter Milan plays a Leverkusen on this other side, and Barcelona takes on a Borussia Dortmund. Yeah. For starters, that is what I think will be emerging out of this. Be notably informed that the Champions League takes place again on 4th and 5th. And then we will have the Europa League on the other days. We'll probably see how to give you guys an inside or dissection on that one. Yeah, I think that's what we'll give you guys today. Let's just wait and see how the action goes. It's been nice. It's been real being on set as well. For those of you who are new again, just don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Yeah. Don't forget to share what you think about the videos. Don't forget to give us the feedback. We appreciate the feedback and we like how these things are going and know that vamos, we go again.